in the rules of the council, including the statutes, which they have done. The college has developed a statute, a beautiful statute, which we can give the Honorable Chair to see. Section 22, its failure to be implemented has a big knock-on effect to the college deliverables. The minister may not be aware that college funds are coming at the mess of the DHET. Yet, you look at Section 25, it says, Section 42, it says that the minister is the only person who is going to fund the TVET colleges in consultation with Treasury. So when we are told by an official at DHE to say you are not going to be given money, then you say, can you tell us the reasons that you failed to comply? But we are not going to be given money which has already been planned for. The money that has been announced that it is coming. And what is the reason for us not complying? There are no reasons for complying. So we feel that the failure to come up with regulations is the panacea. That is the biggest problem. You look at chapter 9 of the Act, which has been implemented, which has not been implemented, and this boils down to missing puzzle of lack of regulations. So the regulations and other statutory instruments that implements any act. For example, when you look at the Higher Education Act, which I have been implementing for 2 years when I was at the Department of Higher Education as a deputy principal in charge of universities for the 2 years. When you look at it, it has got 6 regulations, and those are the ones that we use to implement the Act. But this is a missing puzzle that we don't have that. Section 57 has been ignored, and Section 57 says, from your movement or your migration from the FET Act to the FETC Act to the TVET Act, the transition regulations and statutory instruments that are supposed to be developed and implemented by this college, by this department, 15 to 20 years down the line have not been developed. And therefore,
you have 10 minutes now.
Yes.
Okay.
And therefore, Section 57 has been ignored. Fully implemented, has not been fully implemented due to conflation, Honorable Chair. DHET and I'm a witness. So, to indicate to you that because lack of regulations, taking advantage of the absence of regulations. Currently, as I've indicated to you, and the minister has indicated to it, we had a hearing that was going on against me on my charge sheet number 5. And in that hearing, Mr. Taman was in. He was asked by the commissioner, why are you here? No, I'm a witness. So why are you here as a witness? He took Mr. Boy and him out. When they came, they fought with me. Boy fought with me strongly. And then he went to report. On the 21st of August, I had 44 grievances that needs to be addressed by me from Mr. Boy. And what is very difficult and very painful is that those 44 grievances have been given to a person I don't know. They are grievances to be reconciled at, but Mr. Tamani decided to investigate them and prefer charges against me. And this is not fair. Why? Because lack of regulations provides that they can interpret whatever they want at their own whim. And I am a victim of what is taking place currently. Chairperson, I don't need to overburden. But I want to conclude by saying the toxic working environment at the college was confined in an independent investigation report. And this report, which was given to the DG on the 16th of August 2024, was withheld by Mr. Tamani, was withheld by the DG. And the DG is not actually informing this House that the public service report has not yet been released. He mentioned it in the briefing yesterday that it has not been released. And I can tell you it has not been released. The report has not been released. To conclude also, I need to indicate to you that when we are quiet, when people are talking, it's because we respect their positions. We don't respect what they are doing. It is not fair also for him to misrepresent and say, I am charged on the public service report. I am not charged on the public service report. I am charged on a number of grievances that they were given by Mr. Boy, which amounts to 5 charge sheets with over 70 charges that I am. The charge sheet, that is the last one, which they are claiming that comes from the Public Service Commission, has got 4 different signatures of the same person. And we have sent it for forensic. And it has come and said, this is not the same person who signed this. There is evidence. And I am saying to the minister, I wrote to the minister, and I said, put this at abeyance, so that at least I must have fair trial and I must have fair disciplinary process. Lastly, it is true, the DG is not my employer. He is the employer of the Department of Education, is the Department of Higher Education and Training, as enunciated in the statute. I'm not employed by the PSA. I'm employed in terms of the TVET Act. It is fair for the minister to delegate authority to anyone whom he wants to delegate, but not to the DG. Why? Because he cannot delegate the authority of being an employer to another employer. So any employee in the TVET sector, in the Department of Higher Education, like my my learned and respected DDG, he has the power over us, and he can deal with us. But it is not legal for the DG to impose himself without following the law. That's my presentation, Chair. I will be waiting for responses, and then I will respond. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you have 4 minutes left. Can you go to the financial one there? Present on the financial one.
Thank you.
Advertised as a permanent position. For example, that's the case with the business.
I think the reason why you are unable to act within the desired time, or to make sure that there's no 6 months that goes without lecturers to students, is because the HR person who's responsible for informing you did not inform you.
Thank you. That's correct. Very correct.
Where's the HR person?
Can't hear, Chair.
Thank you, Chair. Chairperson, thank you. And thank you, Honorable Member, also for the question. I do want to begin by saying that, must I come close to the mic? Okay. I do want to begin by saying that the process that the principal indicated that we follow at the college, where we have vacancies that are emerging during the course of the year, is correct. When campuses identify that a particular, lecturer is either going on maternity or is going to, or has resigned. And I must say,
stop you there. Hold on. I'm going to stop.
We can't hear you.
No, Honorable Member, that's not true. We have multiple cases wherein we have written to the principal as per our defined process at the college, indicating to him in cases where we needed lecturers as in yesterday or urgently. In all these cases, we have written to the principal. Even the matter that the SRC is referring to in terms of a person that passed on in the city, we have documented evidence indicating what we as the corporate services, in particular HR department, done in trying to fill those positions. We, and I don't want to...
Essentially, what he's saying is not true, so you are saying he's lying.
Certainly.
You write to the principal when the...
Why closing the microphone, bro? Can't hear a thing. Man.
In cases when you realize that the principal is not getting back to you, what did you do? What else can you do other than relying on the principal? Did you go to council? What happened? So I'm trying to understand how you
This is sounding awful. There are some.
So in such cases, it's not that, how do I put it? There will be a response from the office of the principal. He would say, for example, in the recent cases, the request you are making, you haven't followed the process, as an example. Or he would say, the position you are requesting has already been advertised as a permanent position. For example, that's the case with the business studies financial accounting lecture recently, where his response on the submission, and like I said, it's documented evidence. The response from him will be that, no, this request you are making isn't valid because the person or the position has been advertised permanently or as a permanent position. And now we all know that the process of advertising a position permanently takes a very long process. So it's not that there will be a response from his office, and we will be engaging with the response that comes from his office. But that is what causes problems, because toing and froing, the questioning and the delays that are taking place. In fact, I must also state this. Currently, the principal is sitting at Crawford campus, not at the central office, where his office is at. So you write a submission to his office. It takes time to get there. It takes time for them to respond to such submissions. And as I said, Honorable Member, we have documented evidence. If we knew that these matters were going to be a matter of discussion today, we would have brought that evidence. But I'm glad that the chairperson has said that there will be an opportunity to engage deeper at the college level. So that is what is happening.
Yes, thank you. Yes.
What these people don't understand, guys, is the fact that when this whole thing of them fighting, doing all these things up and down, fights, they do happen, guys, okay? But one of the skills of a leader, I believe so, those who have studied, they know that when you study business, they tell you that one of the qualities as a leader that you must have is if there is a conflict, you know, in your whatever that you are a leader for, you need to be able to actually solve the conflict, resolve the conflict, you know, for the sake of the institution, organization, whatever it is. Even in business, it's just like that. If there is a conflict between the employees, if you are a leader of those employees, you must be able to solve the conflict. You must have that skill. This thing of people fighting and then they end up taking each other to court without resolving the conflicts, it's a problem. And it's a problem because it affects the people. It affects the ones that are studying. It affects the one that is not supposed to be affecting. It can affect you guys in your offices, it's fine, but you must not allow it to affect the people, you know? And it's a problem, guys. We can't have leaders always fighting, always fighting. We think that in the institutions are not working, but it's because of people fighting. It's because of people eating each other there, fighting each other because they want positions, they don't want that one, they want that one. It's just a mess. How can this guy said actually that he has the other guy, the principal, they call him principal, that guy was doing a presentation there with the red, with the maroon shirt. He said, I don't know, he has how many churches, whatever. I don't know whether it's churches, whatever, 300 and something. And I'm like, what is going on? Are you guys so fighting so much that you can't even... If I was that guy, trust me, I would have left a long time ago, because it's very clear that I'm not who I wanted. And Mr. Sauls is going to ask very deep questions like where are you from? And what is your citizenship?
To the DG to say this is the out letter, this is the evidence that Mr. Boy has committed this. I make recommendations. For example, in 2023, I made recommendations to the DG. The DG suspended Mr. Boy. He brought him back. I never received the reason why he was brought back. Of course, he mentioned that the suspension is overriding the period of suspension. But that suspension never came back. That suspension was never implemented. And until today, I don't know why. And that is exacerbating the authority and power of him, because he says, whatever you want, I can be suspended, I will come back. And that is the picture, Honorable Chair, that this is what I do. Everyone, including Mr. Masiza, when he mishandled the funds at City Campus, I wrote to the DG with all evidence. The DG did not respond. Yeah. So I am someone who should write to the DG, and then when the DG at his own time, I don't even...
You know, I don't want us to waste time, because I'm going to ask DG to reply and say you're not telling the truth. And therefore, I don't want us to spend time on things that would say, no, I'm unable to do this because this one in corners in the college says I'm in a faction of the DG and the DG will protect me. That's not something you'll prove. I don't want you to say such thing. I don't like spectacles, political statements that we can't support. I'm asking you specific questions. If you can respond to them, say so. But because I also want to ask the DG, I want to ask Mr. Boy questions. I want to ask the SRC questions. But you are all over. Yeah, you see, Masiza, I've not heard that name, or I've forgotten. I'm asking you about this, but what did you do? What is your role? Have you executed your role correctly? Yeah? And what are the limitations, so that when we make recommendations, we're able to deal with the shortfalls or the shortcomings of an act, if it's an act problem, for other institutions. So ultimately, I don't want political statements that are not going to help us. So I'm again, in fact, let me leave you. I'm going to give members to ask questions. I'll come back to you because there are certain things you are not answering. No, it's okay. You guys will answer. Dr. Christians, I'll come to you.
Thank you, Chair. Chairperson, I think it's really disappointing that a once flourishing college like this college before us today has come to the point where they are at now. You know, we've heard about administrative issues or administrative failures, but I think that more concerning is the fact that there has been delays in results, delays in issuing diplomas, which has been a long-standing issue with DHET. And I think later on we should perhaps speak to the DG and inquire about that, because that has been a long-standing issue. There has been paralysis in the top management, so to speak, of the college. But also, I think the most concerning issue is the factionalism at the college at the moment, and how that will be improved or rectified in the coming future. So the unions are here. They have mentioned the same issues. The principal is here. The SRC is here, and they all are really relaying the same issue of almost mismanagement at the college, but also a lack of stepping in by the DHET. And I think also concerning is that instead of the DHET stepping in and restoring stability, we've seen that they have failed to intervene in the very many issues that have been displayed. Now, my first question is to the principal, and you know, I'll start off with a very simple question. Why are you not situated at the central office where you are supposed to be placed?
Thank you, Chair. On the 25th of July, 2024, I was suspended by the DG. And when I was suspended by the DG, I was given conditions not to go to the head office. But I was supposed to go to the head office every time to sign. So when I was going to sign to the head office, Mr. Boy and his team opened my office. That's the first thing. The second thing, they put a banner on that office. The third thing that happened was that in one of the areas, in one of the days, they sourced security to escort me. So the office that was there has been bagged, and it's a fact. So I decided to say, in order to bring peace to the college, it is not a question of an office. It is a question of where you are working from. So I had to put an office at a campus. And there is nothing wrong about putting an office in a campus. That's when I went to that campus. I need peace. Just to close on that one, he followed me on the 20th of August in that campus and harassed me. So at the end of the day, I'm running away from fights. I want to do my work. But if he comes and continue to harass me, then I don't know where to go. Maybe he wants me out of the college, as he has already said. So that is the reason why I'm operating at Crawford campus.
The gentleman of the LRA from the department is left, no? Where is he? Oh, Kwena LRA. Yeah. What is the sexual harassment policy of the department saying on this particular one, the sexual harassment policy? What does it say?
Thank you, Chairperson. The sexual harassment related for students, it's not within my directorate. There's a directorate, social inclusion, that deals with that in terms of capacitating the colleges. But when it comes to the sexual harassment, you relied on the code that was developed by the minister when it comes to employees, as well as the resolution as it says. But I'm quite aware that at colleges, there is higher health who also provide support in such circumstances if they are reported, for students in particular, not for the officials. So I'm more related on officials, not on students. But I can confirm that the email was, insofar as Mr. Boy is saying, he did send it to me, but I indicated to him, look, I can't interfere in this and assist because the official that you are referring to is appointed in terms of section 20, subsection 1 to 2, which is additional on establishment. It's not appointed by the DG or by the minister. So I can't assist, but you can try and see how we handle it as a college.
Okay, Principal, the allegation is that Mr. Boy wrote to you to implement consequence management on sexual harassment, and you dilly-dally to explain.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Mr. Boy, indeed.
Chairperson.
Sorry, Honorable Chairperson. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, maybe I'm tired.
Don't be too close to the mic.
Thank you. Indeed, Chairperson, Mr. Boy wrote an email after one-day holiday, where he went to all our campuses, investigating. I don't know what he was investigating, because
Principal, I'm going to have a problem with you. Ne? You are really testing my patience, and I don't think you want me to be tested. I told you I don't want political statements. I'm asking you a specific question. Can you please respond? I don't want us to get. Don't push me to get to the other side. You won't like it.
No, that's fine. You can reiterate the question, and then I'll answer it.
I'm asking you a question. Mr. Boy makes an allegation that he went on one of the campuses and there was a guy that you employed irregularly without a process. This person was reported to be taking pictures of women, young girls, students there. He reported to you to institute disciplinary processes. What did you do? There's 2 questions there.
I instituted the disciplinary. This is how the process unveiled. Number 1, as soon as he told me that email, I went to the campus manager who is in charge of that residence, and we had a meeting immediately. I went there, we had a meeting, and then she actually gave me a true picture of the people that she had interviewed to say they were not part of that thing. It was a report. And then I appointed a person. In this case, I appointed the deputy principal of CET College to come and deal with the issue. So as it worked as just instantaneously that when she was coming to deal with the issue, the person was then arrested. At that particular time, was arrested and he left.
What was the time frame between the email that you got about the incident and the...
I think it was in a period of a week or 2, 3, 4 days. Because when I received it, the following day, I went to the campus manager. I requested the campus manager to write a report regarding that and investigate.
That's fine. We'll not get into
nitty-gritties.
You will give us the emails, Mr.
Yes.
Boy?
Yes.
You'll give us the responses?
Yes.
You'll give us a case number. We'll get when was the person arrested so that we confirm these 3 days, 4 days that you're talking about. I don't want us to go around this. And then this person, there's an allegation that you appointed him without the process.
That is not true. That is not true.
Okay, what is the process that you followed?
The truth of the matter is the person was appointed by the then deputy principal innovation and innovation and development as an intern, because that person was our president at our campus. So when they finished, we are implementing the presidential decree that we must take our students for the first years so that they can get experiential. So there were 17 students and he was one of them who were taken to be in that. So when the program ended, in fact, before the program ended, the supervisor who was at the residence of Crawford immediately resigned. And then I received an email of resignation. Sorry, not a letter of resignation. I sent the same letter to HR to say, look at this situation that is pertaining. Immediately after that, I was given recommendations by those who were working with this former SRC, including the residence manager with the campus manager, to say, we need this one because he's respected by students. So we used the secondment policy that is existing at the college. So the person was taken. We gave him 6 months. I think it was 6 months or less. As the contract ended there. I gave him because we wanted to employ a long-term person, not him, because it was just a secondment. When it ended, the residence manager, who is the campus manager, wrote to the principal and said, "Principal, we recommend that he proceeds, if you can extend, because he is very good in what he is doing." So that is the gist of all what happened.
So he was
people, if are appointed wrongly, one, if they are appointed wrongly, it's wrong. You don't have to brush it, it's wrong. If a person has done something wrong, which is to take pictures of what, talking about the other guy was arrested, whatever, he must never come back, if he must just, I don't know. As in, sometimes, man, we are so praching things, man. That's why maybe we find ourselves in these situations, because we praching for feelings here. Because it's good, it doesn't matter if he was appointed wrongly. If the process was not followed, you must go. And then you can do it right then. And you must inform. This is happening. I don't know why people, they make things so difficult. This person you have appointed, it doesn't matter how good they are. If there is a process that you need to follow to appoint a person, just follow the process. If he's failing or if he doesn't qualify, it doesn't qualify or she doesn't qualify. What do you want to... What is wrong with people? We no longer have people with morals here. We no longer have people who thinking like, okay, let me just follow the process. Maybe I know him, maybe I know that is good, whatever, but let me just follow the process. Just to be in a good side. Look now, he's been asked these questions. If he followed the process, these questions were never going to come up. You guys, you just mess things for yourselves, man. Anyway, it's fine, guys. You can, it was very interesting because you can see what is happening. This is actually an example that shows you that when people are fighting in their offices, fighting in their work, okay, people who suffer are people that are actually supposed to get what they're supposed to be getting. That lady was asking a question to say, okay, it was a concern from her to say, now people have been not getting their diplomas because of you guys are fighting. It's because of the fights. It's not because of anything. Fights. People are busy scratching each other there. The other one doesn't like the other one. The other one is appointing the other one wrongly. The other one is not pleased because the other one has been appointed wrongly. The other one has done something wrong. Now there must be this email. That one didn't receive the email. That one responds to the other one. He doesn't want the other one. The other one, he knows that one doesn't want me. And then they are fighting. And guess who is suffering? The grass is suffering. Which is what? The people. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. I don't know why people, they make things so difficult. The good thing you can do yourself as a leader, just follow what you're supposed to be. Doesn't matter who is it, whether it's your friend, whether it's your brother, sister. If you're supposed to follow the process, follow it. You will avoid many problems. There is a process. It's not there to be just being just a decoration. It's for you to follow it. Okay? Anyway, thank you guys for watching. You have a good day. We're out.